Hi, my name is Patrick Reagan. Welcome to the Video Systems series of videos where we go in depth of the video cards, monitors, video interfaces, and troubleshooting of video systems. This video is part 2, miscellaneous video topics and video system troubleshooting. Besides troubleshooting video systems, we'll also discuss content protection, signals, KVMs, projectors, and audio return channels. It also covers dealing with glare and cleaning a display. For those who are going to take the A+ exam, there are practice questions toward the end of the video. If you like this video, click the like button. If you have not already, subscribe to the Pat Has Your Back channel. Let's discuss some miscellaneous video topics. In an effort to prevent piracy, some vendors implement the High Bandwidth Digital Content Protection or HDCP feature on DVI, DisplayPort, and HDMI ports. This is part of the Intel's Digital Rights Management or DRM specification, which is designed to protect copyrighted material by preventing legally purchased movies to be externally displayed in HDCP-capable device. If it is not, you'll receive an error that the TV or display device does not support HDCP. KVM is short for Keyboard Video Mouse. It is a switch that enables connectivity of standard devices such as keyboard, pointing devices, and monitors so they can be shared between computers. Designed to minimize equipment and cabling so that you can use one monitor, keyboard, and pointing device from multiple computers. It usually uses buttons to select which computer you're controlling and being displayed on the monitor. It can be used with small offices, but are often used in data centers. A KVM over IP is a remote management solution that allows administrators to access and control servers or other devices from anywhere over a network or the internet as if they were physically present at the console. Instead of connecting directly via local KVM switches, a KVM over IP switch digitizes keyboard, video, and mouse signals and transmits them over a TCP/IP network. This allows for remote BIOS level access, viewing boot sequences, not just the operating system, full keyboard and mouse control, and it often includes virtual media redirection so that you can mount ISO files remotely. Of course, this is typically only found in server rooms and data centers. A projector allows information displayed on a computer, laptop, camera, or other device to be projected onto a larger screen, such as a big screen TV or a projector that shines onto a screen or wall. It will need wire cabling or use wireless technology to a computer or similar devices to connect to the projector. If you have to deal with cables, you'll have to worry about cable lengths. It may need adapters for computers or devices that don't use the same interfaces. Today's projectors primarily use HDMI because it can carry both video and audio signals, but older monitors may use VGA cables for video and audio connections and other legacy connectors. Older projectors have component or RBG connectors. RBG is short for red, blue, green. Y is for the luminescence and brightness, while PR and PB are for the color difference signals. Red, white, and yellow cables are used for transmitting analog audio and video signals. The red and white cables for the right and left audio channels, and the yellow cable is for video. Older projectors may have an S-video cable, which is used to transmit only video signals over a cable by dividing the video data into a color and brightness signal. They're typically used with older televisions that may not have HDMI. I doubt you'll see any questions about composite and S-video on the exams, but at least you have been exposed to them. Many projectors will use a metal halide lamp that are very bright and get hot. The bulbs are relatively expensive. You don't want to bounce around or drop the projector. When done with the presentation, let the bulb cool. Fans will still run after you stop displaying. Keep it plugged in for a little while to let the fan cool things down. Check the airflow and remove any blockages, including cleaning dust from the air filters and external air input-output. Most projectors have air filters that help prevent dust and debris from accumulating inside the projector and affecting its performance. These filters play a crucial role in maintaining optimum cooling and protecting the projector's internal components from damage, which can ultimately extend the projector's lifespan. Projector filters should be cleaned or replaced regularly depending on usage in the environment. Dusty environments require more frequent maintenance. Many projectors are portable and can be moved around. Since the distance from the projector to the wall or screen differ, you may need to use the focus knob to bring a blurry image into focus. The audio return channel, or ARC, is specifically designed to send audio signals from the TV back to the soundbar or similar device aligned for a single HDMI cable to be used for both video and audio. This allows you to hear the TV sound through your external audio system. It eliminates the need for an additional composite audio or optical cable. You typically need to enable ARC in your TV settings and potentially also in your soundbars or receiver settings. Enhanced Audio Return Channel, or eARC, is a newer version of ARC that offers higher bandwidth and supports lossless audio formats like Dolby Atmos. To finish video systems, we will also be troubleshooting video. When you have nothing on the screen, first listen for post beep codes that indicate a video problem or any other that would cause the computer not to boot. Make sure the monitor, power, and video cables are connected properly. Make sure that the wall outlets and power strips are getting power. You can also look to see if there's any lights on the monitor, which will tell you if the monitor is receiving power. Also check brightness and any other controls that may blacken or blank a screen. For LCD and LED screens, if the backlit light is not working, you can see a very dim image. In these cases, you'll need to check the inverter for the monitor or you'll have to replace the monitor. For monitors with multiple ports, you can use an input button to select which port is active. Check the input selection on the monitor and make sure the computer is set to output video to the right device. Make sure you have the correct drivers loaded. You can try rebooting Windows into VGA mode by using the F8 key. If VGA mode works, it's most likely a driver problem or you have the wrong resolution selected. Try to set the display to its native resolution in which the monitor is made for. If the video is built into the motherboard, verify that the video is enabled in the BIOS setup program. If you're using a video card, verify that the slot is enabled in the BIOS setup program. You should also verify the cable types. If the video works for a while and then shuts down, suspect overheating. Try swapping the monitors and cables one at a time and try the monitor and cables in another system. And if possible, swap out the video card. Power inverter is a pen-sized board that usually placed at the bottom of the LCD screen, either in the same case or above the keyboard for laptops. It distributes power to the backlit light so they can see the image. The inverter is a field replaceable unit so that you can replace the inverter. If you don't want to do this, you have to replace the monitor. Vertical lines in different colors on a laptop screen are most commonly caused by sometimes a loose or damaged video cable, but when the lines are permanent and multicolored, the LCD itself is usually the issue. It can also be caused by failing LCD panel, such as a bad column drivers or damaged internal circuitry. If you have image quality problems including flickering, missing colors, or off colors, first look at your cable and cable connectors for damage, including the connector and pins. Check for tint settings on monitor and within driver configuration. If your screen looks bluish, look to see if the night light settings is turned on for the operating system. Night light on computers is the feature that adjusts the display's color temperature to warmer hues, reducing the amount of blue light emitted, especially at night. This can help reduce eye strain and make it easier to fall asleep by mimicking the change in light during sunset. Look for any kind of interference, including nearby heavy motors or fluorescent lights. Lastly, try to replacing the cable, monitor, or video card. If you have distorted image and geometry, check the OS refresh rate and resolution settings. The OS refresh rate and resolution should match the display specifications. Make sure the cables are connected properly. Replace the cable, disable hardware acceleration, and try upgrading the video card driver. Hardware acceleration in video cards refers to the use of specialized hardware, where the GPU instead of the CPU performs specific tasks more efficiently, particularly in graphics rendering, video playback, and complex computations. Without hardware acceleration, the CPU does all of the work. You would enable hardware acceleration to improve performance and reduce CPU usage, especially in games, video editing, and browsers like Chrome and Edge. You would disable it if you're experiencing driver or GPU-related crashes, video playback artifacts, or user interface glitches in older or low-powered systems. A dead pixel is when an individual pixel goes bad and the pixel is always black. So basically, you always see a small black dot. This is usually a manufacturing defect or the pixel went bad over time. First, try to clean the screen with a damp cloth to make sure it is not dirt or debris. If the problem is still there, you'll have to replace the monitor. You could also have a stuck pixel, which is always on, or the hot pixel, which is always white or bright. You can try to gently massage the area or try pixel flashing software to reactivate it. Monitor manufacturers handle dead pixels based on their dead pixel policy, which varies by brand and model. When dealing with dead pixels, you'll have to look at the age of the monitor and check the warranty terms dealing with pixel problems. Most warranties don't cover 1 or 2 dead pixels unless it's a premium model. The problem where the image appears faintly on the screen, although you have changed the content being displayed on the screen, is called image persistence or image sticking. Monitor burn-in, also known as image retention or ghosting, is a phenomenon where static image remains visible on a display even after the original image has been removed. This is particularly noticeable on older CRT or cathode ray tube and some newer OLED monitors. In CRT monitors, prolonged exposure to the same static image causes the electron beam to persistently excite the same area of the phosphor coating, leading to a permanent impression. High brightness and contrast settings, these settings can accelerate the degradation of pixels, making burn-in more likely. High ambient temperatures will increase heat that can also contribute to pixel degradation and burn-in. On LCD, LED, and OLEDs, this problem is usually temporary. Try to remove by displaying a white screen for an extended period of time. Use screensavers, whereas a screensaver or animated backgrounds can help prevent burn-in by regularly changing the content displayed on the screen or regularly change content to avoid leaving the same static image on the screen for extended periods. Reduce brightness and contrast, which can minimize the wear and tear on pixels. Some monitors have features called pixel shifting that slightly shifts the pixel to prevent burn-in. Some monitors have built-in periodic screen refresh function to refresh the screen and remove any image retention. Similar to a television, many monitors include speakers. If you have no sound or low volume, check audio controls such as volume and mute status on monitor within the operating system and within applications. Make sure your audio and video cables are connected properly, including HDMI, DisplayPort, or Thunderbolt, and any cables connected to audio jacks. Verify that your computer's operating system, such as Windows or Mac OS, is configured to send audio signals through the HDMI connection to your display device, like a TV or monitor, and/or your HDMI connector devices as primary or default playback audio device. This can be done by accessing the computer sound settings. In Windows, this is usually found in the control panel or system settings under sound or playback devices. In Mac OS, it's the system setting or system preferences under sound, then the output tab. Before jumping into questions, let's cover 2 more topics: dealing with glare and cleaning a display. To deal with glare on the monitor screen, especially on touchscreens or anti-glare displays, the most effective methods are: adjust the monitor placement so that you avoid direct light, and you try to tilt the monitor or angle the screen slightly to reflect the light away from your line of sight. Control the light source by using blinds or curtains on nearby windows. Switch to indirect lighting or desk lamps with adjustable direction, and replace harsh fluorescent lights with softer diffused lighting. Use a monitor hood or shade that will help block ambient light from the sides and top. You can use a matte black cardboard or foam board to build one cheaply. Apply an anti-glare or matte screen protector. Adjust display settings to increase brightness slightly to compensate for ambient light without washing out the image, and adjust contrast and gamma to improve readability under glare conditions. Since fingerprints and smudges amplify glare, clean your screen regularly with proper methods to minimize reflective hotspots. To clean the outside case of the monitor that's made of plastic, metal, or composite shell, you can use a soft cloth with mild cleaning solution such as warm water with a few drops of dish soap, or 70% isopropyl alcohol, or disinfected, non-bleach, and non-abrasive wipes. To clean monitor screens, you should use a microfiber, non-abrasive, lint-free cloth with one of the following: distilled water, or distilled water with 50% white vinegar or 70% isopropyl alcohol. Avoid using paper towels, tissues, or toilet paper that can scratch and/or leave lint. Don't use tap water as it can leave minerals. Avoid any glass or window cleaners that contains ammonia, acetone, or bleach, including Windex, which can damage coatings. Avoid any household cleaners not explicitly marked safe for screens. Avoid spraying liquid directly on the screen as it can cause seepage into the bezel and damage internal components. You should always turn off the monitor, TV, or display before cleaning and use a dampened microfiber cloth with the appropriate solution. Don't soak it. Gently wipe the screen and avoid applying pressure, and use dry part of the cloth to remove any streaks or excess moisture. Let it air dry completely before turning the monitor back on. Question: you have a display that always has a black dot. What do you call this black dot? Answer: dead pixel. Question: you have a laptop where the display became very dim. The image of the display can only be seen with a bright external light, and the brightness and contrast controls do not help. Which of the following components will you have to replace? Answer: inverter. Question: you go to a conference room to troubleshoot a projector that occasionally powers off. The technician recreates the issue and notices the projector will not power back on until approximately 15 minutes have its power off. After 15 minutes of being powered on, the projector shuts off again. Which of the following should the technician perform next to resolve the issue? Answer: clean the filter. Question: you're setting up a new conference room with a TV and a video soundbar. You want to test the system with the conference call. During the test, the TV speaker produces sound, but the soundbar does not. Which of the following is most likely the cause of the issue? Answer: the TV's HDMI ARC port is not being used. Question: you're looking at an animated sign with double images. One image is stationary and the other image is live. Which of the following is most likely the cause of the issue? Answer: display burn-in. Question: you're investigating the output shown on a monitor. The output is clear, but it has a pink hue. The technician has replaced the video card and updated the graphics drivers. Which of the following would be the most likely cause? Answer: physical cabling issue. Question: a user reports that a display is slow to turn on and the colors are distorted and discolored. Once the display turns on, it appears to have lines going through the image and intermittently goes blank. Which of the following is most likely the cause of this issue? Answer: physical cabling issues. Question: you're troubleshooting a laptop that has a blank LCD panel. You shine a flashlight into the LCD and sees a faint image. Which of the following best describes the issue? Answer: defective inverter. Question: the laptop is displaying vertical lines in different colors on the screen. Which of the following components should a technician replace to most likely correct this issue? Answer: liquid crystal display. Question: the user is trying to play a DVD on a projector. The user can hear the audio, however, the projector is showing an error message that states HDMI blocked due to copy protection. Which of the following is most likely the cause of the error? Answer: the projector does not support the necessary HTCP protocol. For more information, visit these sites. In summary, a projector allows information displayed on a computer, laptop, camera, or other device to be projected onto a larger screen, such as a big screen TV, or a projector that shines onto a screen or wall. Many projectors will use metal halide lamps that are very bright and get hot and need to be cooled properly, including make sure the fan is running and to check the airflow and remove any blockages, including cleaning dust from the air filters and external air input-output. A KVM is the switch that enables connectivity of standard devices such as keyboard, pointing device, and monitors so they can share them between computers. For LCD and LED screens, the backlit light is not working, you can see a very dim image. In these cases, you'll need to check the inverter for the monitor. If you don't want to replace the inverter, you'll need to replace the monitor. A dead pixel has a pixel that is always black, usually a manufacturing defect or the pixel went bad over time. When troubleshooting video system problems, make sure you check the obvious, including monitor controls that control on-off and brightness, and verify video and power cables are connected properly. Monitor burn-in, also known as image retention or ghosting, is a phenomenon where a static image remains visible on a display even after the original image has been removed. Thank you for watching this video. This completes the video system series. The next series will be printers. If you like this video, click the like button. If you have not already, subscribe to the Pat Has Your Back channel. Thank you.